Hey everyone, welcome to the back 40 feet. So today we're going to talk about season extenders. So it's been about 2 weeks now and the soil is still at about 50 degrees in my raised bed gardens. But it is the beginning of April and the sun is nice and strong and I can start to get some plants acclimated outside. So in thinking about that, there's a term called hardening off. And what that is getting the seedlings that's been nice and happy in my little grow hut acclimated to outdoors. So with that, it needs to get acclimated to wind because right now it has nothing that is bothering it. So the stalks of the seedlings can be very weak. So they need to get a bit stronger to resist the wind. They also need to get used to UV light. Yes, I have fluorescent tubes, but that doesn't get the full array of sun and I don't want my seedlings to get burnt once I bring them outside. And I have to get used to the temperature variations because they have a pretty sweet life there in their grow hut with their feet nice and warm at 60 degrees and the air temperature at 60 degrees. So they have to get used to changes in nighttime temperatures, daytime temperatures, humidity. So to do that, I use what is called season extenders, and these will protect my seedlings for a period of time when I bring them outside. It will protect them from frost and cold and provide a little bit of wind resistance. So if we get a windy day, and it also has a covering on the top, a mesh covering, so that if it rains really hard, the rain is still going to get through, but it's not going to pummel my seedlings. So let's look at my first round of season extenders. So these are tunnel season extenders that have not been assembled yet. I have 2 of them that will fit nicely in my raised bed garden, so I will assemble those in a minute. And to keep them from blowing away, I have these things called earth staples. So it is just a piece of metal that will keep them there. What I really like about these is that with the loop, once they're in the ground, I'll be able to easily pull them up and out if I need to move them, unlike some of the more U-shaped typical earth staples that you'll see at the hardware store. So these are the seedlings that I have brought to harden off. So I have some tatsai, some mitsuna, which are both of those are Asian greens, a whole bunch of cauliflower, which is looking really healthy. But if I zoom in a little bit, I don't know if you can see that there's some discoloring on one of these leaves, and that's pretty much indicating that there's just not enough nutritional value in the seed starter mix, which is why I really need to get these into the ground. So here I have my kales and broccoli and a little bit more cauliflower. And then again, I've got my soil thermometer, which is telling me it's still pretty darn cold in the ground. So I'm going to get these guys covered up and I'm going to check on them every day to see if they need more water now that they're out in the sun. Okay, so this is what they look like once they're up. And here I'll come in and take a closer look. So these happen to be plastic on the outside, and then there's netting on the top. You can see that there's a little rip in one, but yeah, these have lasted me about 4 or 5 seasons now. So it fits nicely on my raised bed. The other thing that's kind of nice here is that it's going to warm the soil up quicker, so that even if it wasn't just for hardening off my seedlings, I could start seeds in here sooner. So in this particular one, you can kind of look through there. I put the soil thermometer in to see what the difference is between that and my regular beds. And then going back to sort of those earth staples around, you can see here they're in the dirt, but if I wanted to take them out, all I have to do is put my finger in and pull it out so that I could check on my seedlings. So what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to get some of my seedlings and put them in a tray on the dirt so that it would be easier to access. And even though these are plastic, surprisingly, my rabbits in the yard haven't tried to get at them. I think I just have lazy bunnies. One of the reasons I can suspect that is kind of coming over here A few weeks ago I had shown that I had some kale that had come through from the winter, and these have not been chewed at all. So if the bunnies aren't ambitious enough to jump into the raised bed to eat this yummy kale, then hopefully it'll leave my seedlings alone.